So for St. Mary's, it's Collins, King, Burks, Mitchell, and Rassus. And let's listen in for the CBC starters. My name's Randy Molman, Jim Platt alongside CBC basketball, the home opener. And let's take a look from PA announcer Butch Dimovitz, Coach Dimovitz.
Yeah, Coach Dimovitz.
Giving us the starting lineups. So for CBC, it is Caleb Love, Jai Love, Sam Orff, Josh Nunn, and Cale Catchings as they take on St. Mary's. Once again, you're watching on the CBC Cadet, on the Cadet Student Network. CBC basketball home opener. They come in 2-2, ranked number 5 large schools in the St. Louis metro area. St. Mary's ranked 2nd in small schools, Jim. And this is going to be a great matchup. What a great non-conference game, St. Mary's and CBC.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great early season challenge for the Cadets. St. Mary's coming in a very seasoned team, veterans, a lot around. They have a bunch of juniors with a lot of talent. And right off the tip, Cale Catchings. Holy cow. The alley-oop layup from Jai Love.
That is a great start for CBC. They lead 2-0. Bringing it into the front court now is St. Mary's. The ball is tipped out of bounds. Let's remember CBC coach Justin Tatum as well as St. Mary's coach Kelvin Lee. They know each other very, very well. Kelvin Lee, one of the best coaches in the area, along with Coach Tatum. Watch for St. Mary's to put a lot of pressure on the Cadets here today. They love to play that pressure defense, press style where they try to trap and create the opponent, try to create turnovers from the opponent. And we'll see how CBC breaks that press. There's a three from about 21 feet from number 10, Josh Nunn. 5-0 early for CBC.
CBC also coming out with a lot of pressure defensively. Some kind of early slip there by Sam Orff, allowing for a Dragons two-pointer.
St. Mary's undefeated so far this year. That ball's batted down. Now it's knocked back out to Orff. Orff sends it to the right corner. Back to Orff now. He dribble drives into the lane, looking to the right side. Now we'll pull up, kick it back out to Catchings, top of the key. Catchings to the elbow, hands it off to Love, back to Nunn. Nunn from the perimeter now will dribble back out straight away. Right hand dribble to the right side, switches to the left hand, kicks it back over to Love. Love to Orff. Orff looking for a pass, kicks it into the corner. Love for three, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rassus. Yahuza Rassus leading the team in points coming in for St. Mary's. There's a kick out to the left wing. Now dribble in the paint, and a foul will be called on Cale Catchings. Catchings didn't think so.
Yeah, some nice penetration there by Antonio Burks, number 22. Catchings took a little step to the inside, got in front of him, but the ref called a clean block on that one, so looks like Burks will go to the line for 2.
Burks averaging around 15 a game as well. Yuri Collins, everything runs through him for St. Mary's. Yuri Collins, the point guard. First free throw is good. Collins averaging 7 a game. But the way he's able to distribute will be huge for the Dragons today. Can CBC contain him? 2 points there for...
And here's that early pressure you were talking about. Sam Orff does a great job of getting behind it.
Sam Orff walked with the ball, I believe, down the left lane. And so that will be a turnover and St. Mary's ball. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Kelvin Lee loves to put that full court press on throughout the game. There are coaches around the area very well known for that. Coach Lee is one of them. There's a three straight away, top of the key. That's Yuri Collins who buries it, the point guard.
And just like that, Dragons are in the lead.
7-5 St. Mary's. This is kicked back now to Jai Love. Now down into the corner. Catchings looking to drive baseline. Now stops, kicks it back out. Love to Caleb Love. Back to Jai Love. No relation, Jim Platt. That's
No
what you
relation.
told me pregame. No relation. This is Catchings for three, and it's off the front of the rim. Rebound by Love. Put back, no good. Burks pulls down the rebound and sends it up. Check that. That was Mitchell who pulled the rebound down. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover, CBC ball. Antonio Burks, a player to watch for St. Mary's. He wears number 22. Number 24 is Dominic Mitchell. All five starters still on the floor for both teams. Orff looking to dribble it into the front court. He does with the right hand. Passes it off now to Love. Back to Orff. Orff, top of the key, left-hand dribble. Now sends it down low to Catchings. Catchings turns around, tries to shoot. Blocked. Blocked by Yahuza Rassis.
Yep.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary's ball.
Rassis does a great job of getting a hand up and in Catchings' face. Catchings at a little bit of a slow release. Rassis just gets the fingertips on it, but it's a turnover, and the Dragons will come up court.
6'6", Yahuza Rassis. From the corner, there's a three that's well short. Sam Orff pulls it down, heads the other way, gets it to Josh Nunn. To the basket with the right hand, off the glass, no good. Rebound good for Jai Love, and CBC ties it at 7 with 4:48 to play, first quarter. Into the front court, Yuri Collins. Collins kicks it over. That's Burks from the right wing, and he nails the three. Antonio Burks now with 5 points. Timeout on. So for St. Mary's, it's Collins, King, Burks, Mitchell, and Rassis. And let's listen in for the CBC starters. My name's Randy Molman, Jim Platt alongside CBC basketball, the home opener. Let's take a look from PA announcer Butch Dimovitz, Coach Dimovitz.
Yeah, Coach Dimovitz.
Giving us the starting lineups. So for CBC, it is Caleb Love, Jai Love, Sam Orff, Josh Nunn, and Cale Catchings as they take on St. Mary's. Once again, you're watching on the CBC Cadet, on the Cadet Student Network. CBC basketball home opener. They come in 2-2, ranked number 5 large schools in the St. Louis metro area. St. Mary's ranked 2nd in small schools, Jim. And this is going to be a great matchup. What a great non-conference game, St. Mary's and CBC.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great early season challenge for the Cadets. St. Mary's coming in a very seasoned team, veterans, a lot around. They have a bunch of juniors with a lot of talent. And right off the tip, Cale Catchings. Holy cow. The alley-oop layup from Jai Love.
That is a great start for CBC. They lead 2-0. Bringing it into the front court now is St. Mary's. The ball is tipped out of bounds. Let's remember CBC coach Justin Tatum as well as St. Mary's coach Kelvin Lee. They know each other very, very well. Kelvin Lee, one of the best coaches in the area, along with Coach Tatum. Watch for St. Mary's to put a lot of pressure on the Cadets here today. They love to play that pressure defense, press style where they try to trap and create the opponent, try to create turnovers from the opponent, and we'll see how CBC breaks that press. There's a three from about 21 feet from number 10, Josh Nunn. 5-0 early for CBC.
CBC also coming out with a lot of pressure defensively. Some kind of early slip there by Sam Orff, allowing for a Dragons two-pointer.
St. Mary's undefeated so far this year. That ball's batted down. Now it's knocked back out to Orff. Orff sends it to the right corner. Back to Orff now. He dribble drives into the lane, looking to the right side. Now we'll pull up, kick it back out to Catchings, top of the key. Catchings to the elbow, hands it off to Love. Back to Nunn. Nunn from the perimeter now will dribble back out straight away. Right hand dribble to the right side, switches to the left hand, kicks it back over to Love. Love to Orff. Orff looking for a pass Kicks it into the corner. Love for three, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rassis. Yahuza Rassis leading the team in points coming in for St. Mary's. There's a kick out to the left wing. Now dribble in the paint, and a foul will be called on Cale Catchings. Catchings didn't think so.
Yeah, some nice penetration there by Antonio Burks, number 22. Catchings took a little step to the inside, got in front of him, but the ref called a clean block on that one, so looks like Burks will go to the line for two.
Burks averaging around 15 a game as well. Yuri Collins, everything runs through him for St. Mary's. Yuri Collins, the point guard. First free throw is good. Collins averaging 7 a game. But the way he's able to distribute will be huge for the Dragons today. Can CBC contain him? 2 points there for...
And here's that early pressure you were talking about. Sam Orff does a great job of getting behind it.
Sam Orff walked with the ball, I believe, down the left lane. And so that will be a turnover and St. Mary's ball. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Kelvin Lee loves to put that full court press on throughout the game. There are coaches around the area very well known for that. Coach Lee is one of them. There's a three straight away, top of the key. That's Yuri Collins who buries it, the point guard.
And just like that, Dragons are in the lead.
7-5 St. Mary's. This is kicked back now to Jai Love. Now down into the corner. Catchings looking to drive baseline. Now stops, kicks it back out. Love to Caleb Love. Back to Jai Love. No relation, Jim Platt. That's what you told me pregame. No relation. This is Catchings for three, and it's off the front of the rim. Rebound by Love. Put back, no good. Burks pulls down the rebound and sends it up. Check that. That was Mitchell who pulled the rebound down. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover, CBC ball. Antonio Burks, a player to watch for St. Mary's. He wears number 22. Number 24 is Dominic Mitchell. All 5 starters still on the floor for both teams. Orff looking to dribble it into the front court. He does with the right hand. Passes it off now to Love. Back to Orff. Orff, top of the key, left-hand dribble. Now sends it down low to Catchings. Catchings turns around, tries to shoot. Blocked. Blocked by Yahuza Rassis. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary's ball.
Rassis does a great job of getting a hand up and in Catchings' face. Catchings at a little bit of a slow release. Rassis just gets the fingertips on it, but it's a turnover, and the Dragons will come up court.
6'6", Yahuza Rassis. From the corner, there's a three that's well short. Sam Orff pulls it down, heads the other way. Gets it to Josh Nunn. To the basket with the right hand off the glass, no good. Rebound good for Jai Love, and CBC ties it at 7 with 4:48 to play, first quarter. Into the front court, Yuri Collins. Collins kicks it over. That's Burks from the right wing, and he nails the three. Antonio Burks now with 5 points. Timeout on the floor by CBC. Coach Tatum coaching up Caleb Love a little bit on the defensive side.
Yeah. One thing I have to say about this Dragons offense so far is Yuri Collins has been putting a furious tempo on the ball, bringing it into the front court. Holy cow, he dribbled through 2 CBC defenders in the first time when they came up 7-4, and now he just flies past Josh Nunn and Jai Love to get that kick out to Antonio Burks for the three, taking a 10-7 lead.
We talk about the scorers, Rassis, and we talk about Burks. We talk about Dominic Mitchell. But the key to this engine for St. Mary's is Yuri Collins, man. He is fast up and down the floor, and he's a really, really good distributor for the Dragons. There's a foul before the ball's even inbounded, and that will be called on St. Mary's. Number 5, Isaiah King gets whistled. His first team foul. CBC inbounds. Sam Orff gets it from Catchings. Back to Catchings now. He'll look to bring it up into the front court, and he does. Across the timeline, gets it over to Love. Love, baseline, back to Catchings. Catchings to the elbow in the paint, and he's swatted. They're going to call a foul. Just a matter of who. It looks like it'll be on 24, Dominic Mitchell. It is. That's his first.
Dominic Mitchell tried to go after the ball as Catchings was going up and got Catchings' arm real hard on that one. No ref's not going to call that.
Definitely caught his elbow, but they caught it before the shot. We have some substitutions now for the Dragons. Checking in, Lavelle Harris and Miles Jones, as well as Donovan Austin. They check in for the Dragons. Love to inbound to Orff for three from the left corner, and it's just a little long. Pulled down there by Austin, comes back the other way. There's a three from the right wing, and that is off the glass and no good. Catchings pulls it down, and another foul, this time called on Antonio Burks.
Yeah, good job by Catchings, being in good position. As he turned to get up the court, Burks just didn't get out of the way, and he plowed him over, but that comes as a block.
Ball is inbounded to Love. That is Jai Love wears number 3. Caleb Love wears number 2. Caleb is out of the game right now. Checking in Josh Wallace. And there's a steal. Burks with the steal. Comes back the other way into the paint, and he kicks it out of bounds. Although they say it was kicked by a CBC defender. And so St. Marys will inbound underneath the CBC basket.
I don't know about that call. It definitely seemed like the St. Marys player dribbled it off his own foot and kicked it clear into the state championship banners.
From our vantage point, that is definitely what it looked like. All right, from the wing now, this is St. Marys. Going from your right to your left from about 18 feet. That shot is missed, pulled down by Wallace. He gets it into Love, and CBC comes back the other way with a head of steam. None to the basket, no good off the glass. Grabs his own rebound. Now kicks it back out to Catchings for three, and it's a little long. Pulled down by Burks. St. Marys comes back the other way. Two very athletic teams, two teams who will press you and play defense to try to force turnovers. This is going to be an exciting one here tonight, Jim. Burks pulls it out now from about 30 feet. Dribbles with the left hand, guarded by Nunn. Comes into the paint now, just inside the elbow. Kicks it back out to number 2. That's Harris. Harris now dumps it to number 44, Yahuza Rassis, who hits it from about 13. Wallace is wide open, and he throws it down. Off the inbound, Josh Wallace escaped.
And that is something you're not going to see very much tonight. Lazy defense, guys not getting back. They learned that lesson.
Did Burks hit the 3 right there?
Yes, he did.
That's 8 points for Burks early in the first quarter. 15-9, St. Marys leads, under 2:40 to go first quarter. This is Love from about 13, no good. Pulls down the rebound in the paint, kicks it to Wallace, who lost control. Wallace was thinking about going up before he had control of that ball down on the block. Checking in for CBC, number 22, Darius Dorsey. Darius Dorsey checking in. 15-9 the score, St. Marys on top. I'm missing on my score sheet 2 points here from St. Marys. Here come the Dragons now into the front court from the right elbow. No good. Orff's there to pull down the rebound. The senior will bring it back up for CBC. Be interesting to see, without Jordan Barnes running point, who will run point most of the year, do you think, for CBC?
I think we'll see an on-off combination of Josh Nunn, Jai Love kind of sharing that duty, and then Sam Orff will kind of sprinkle in every once in a while. Sam's a good shooter, and he's a great ball handler, but I think we'll see those two quicker guys kind of handle bringing the ball up, and then Orff taking good shots from the wing. Trying to get Orff open is key.
Catchings into the paint, and ball's batted away by number 11, Miles Jones, but he's going to get called with the foul. And that'll be the 5th team foul here in the first quarter already for St. Marys. So to the line, Cale Catchings, he'll shoot 2. Actually, Antonio Burks has 10 points here in the first quarter, 8 from the field, 2 from the free throw line. Catchings' first basket is good, his first free throw. Nunn returns for the Cadets. It's Nunn, Dorsey, Wallace, Catchings, and Caleb Love on the floor for CBC. Both free throws good. Cale Catchings, just a junior, 6'6", athletic.
Yes, very much so.
It's going to be fun to watch him this year. He was so fun to watch last year.
Yeah, he's been a rock on this CBC Cadets offense for years. Good steal.
Nunn with the steal.
Shumpert takes it in, and then Nunn finishes it.
He lost control, and then St. Mary's turns it over on the other end. Drew DeWeese. The ball goes off his hands and goes out of bounds. That's lack of focus. CBC now has cut the lead to 15-13. Josh Nunn will be a key piece to this team this year, it seems. Tough inbound there. That ball was deflected by number 2, Lavelle Harris, in that press defense again on the inbound for St. Mary's.
A lot of pressure for St. Mary's. The Dragons are doing a great job of keeping CBC contained.
On the inbound, here comes Nunn. Josh Nunn for CBC, the senior. You'll see him a lot at point guard. He can shoot the 3 from time to time as well. Dorsey. Down the left lane, he misses with the left hand. St. Mary's the other way. Fast break, left hand up and good. Donovan Austin's first 2 points of the night for St. Mary's with about 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. More pressure defense, full court press, and it works. St. Mary's turns it into points. Lavelle Harris with the basket. The ball was knocked away by Donovan Austin, and the pressure is really getting to CBC on the inbounds.
Yes, as the pressure is getting to him, I also want to point out that is the 6th foul on St. Mary's in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very interesting game down the stretch.
6 fouls, but 6 different players, so no one in foul trouble yet early, but Coach Tatum is preaching over there to his players. Got to break this press. It's going to be tough. Coach Kelvin Lee. Here's Nunn. He gets it to Love. Love has got to get it into the front court. He does. He finds Wallace. Wallace over to the right wing for Love, and he just misses. It's a little long, and the rebound is pulled down by Mitchell. St. Mary's comes the other way, but CBC gets it back. Here comes Love into the front court. Dribbles with the left hand, right down the lane, and he's going to get called with the foul. St. Mary's, number 21, is called. That's Austin's 2nd personal, 7th team. We're only in the first quarter.
I know. Unbelievable.
Furious action so far.
Well, the tempo itself of the entire game's been furious, running back and forth. It's a run-and-gun style of play. It's unbelievable.
So Jai Love now will shoot free throws. 1-and-1 here for the Cadets. The first one is up and no good. Wallace pulls down the offensive rebound. And then he got a little careless with the ball. Yuri Collins knocked it out of bounds. CBC will maintain control. Home opener for the Cadets. They're 2-2. They played up in Springfield in a tournament, right? They played 2 very, very historic. One was Chicago Manual, I believe.
Yes.
They played 2 different teams out of the Chicago area. They went to Rockbridge to play in the Norm Stewart Classic, and they knocked off the Bruins. This is Love, and he's swatted from behind. They didn't call a foul. Antonio Burks got all ball and swatted that out of bounds. CBC will maintain control, though. 30 seconds to play first quarter. Jai Love to inbound. Kicks it over. Driving to the basket is Nunn off the glass. No good. Rebound, put back, no good. And then a foul called on Caleb Love. Little ticky-tack there.
Yeah.
As he smacked the hand of the St. Mary's rebounder.
Got to give a lot of credit there to Will Shumpert. He did a great job of getting up and trying to get that putback. He got a little shove and he missed it, but still, great effort, offensive rebound.
The Cadets have missed quite a few layups here in this first quarter.
Absolutely.
Here's a 3 from the corner, a little long. Offensive board by Burks. He's swatted by number 2, it looked like. I think it was Love. The ball they're going to say was out of bounds. It's CBC's ball. Wallace was there, but from the backside, Caleb Love swatted that rebound from Burks. 12 seconds to play first quarter, 19-13 the score. St. Mary's leads. Caleb Love will inbound. Orff and Catchings return for the Cadets. Wallace and Shumpert will have a seat. Love inbounds, gets it back to Josh Nunn. Nunn will bring it into the front court, looking for the last shot here of the first quarter. There's a foul away from the ball. That's going to be called on St. Mary's. That's his 2nd. And that's a key player, Dominic Mitchell, his 2nd personal. That's the 9th team foul. And that'll be, check that, 8th team foul, and that'll be a 1-and-1 situation for Cale Catchings. 4.7 remain here in the first quarter. 19-13, St. Marys leads. First free throw is good for Catchings. He's now 3 for 3 from the line. Second one is good. 4 for 4 is Catchings. Quick shot here in the front court from the corner. Burks for 3, and he ends the quarter with a 3-point basket from the left corner, and Antonio Burks has 13 in the first quarter to carry St. Marys to a 22-15 lead.
Yeah, so watching this St. Marys team, I knew coming in they were going to be a fast up-tempo team. They were going to be strong. They were going to put a lot of pressure on the Cadets. And this is a younger Cadets team. Only 2 seniors on the team this year, Josh Nunn and Sam Orff. So they need to find a way to use each other and work as a team to break that front or that backcourt press. That they're getting so much pressure. Josh Nunn can't get the ball even inbounded. So what they need to do is be more aware, talk to each other. Communication seems to be very much lacking on the side of the Cadets because a lot of guys are getting their pockets picked. A lot of guys are trying to move the ball around and getting picked off. And there's been a lot of errant, poor passes and missed layups. So communication, they need to settle down, settle into a rhythm, and get a couple quick points here at the start of the second.
We're at the first to second quarter break. St. Marys leads CBC 22-15 on the shoulders of Antonio Burks. Number 22, the junior, has 13 points already. However, the Dragons are in a little trouble, foul trouble early.
Yep.
8 team fouls already, 2 on Dominic Mitchell and 2 on Donovan Austin. Cadet fans, are you protected? Call State Farm agent and CBC alum Tim Kylo for all of your insurance needs. Tim is more than just the best insurance guy in town. He's also the presenting sponsor of CSN, and we're incredibly grateful for his support. Call Tim, 314-842-4442, or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo, KILO.com. And we are now ready for the second quarter. St. Marys inbounds. This is Yuri Collins, the Dragons point guard. 5'11", sophomore. Kicks it down low. Mitchell kicks it to the corner. Driving baseline, trying to pass it back out. Collins gets it from the wing, and he nails the 3. That's his second 3, Yuri Collins, and it's a 10-point lead for St. Marys. Orff on the baseline. Dribbles with the left hand, kicks it back to Love. This is number 3, Jai Love. Love to Caleb Love. Down low to Catchings. Catchings with the right hand off the glass. No good. Pulled down by Burks. Collins in the front court, wide open. He's fouled. Count the basket. And Collins will go to the line. The foul was called on number 3, Jai Love.
Yeah, the Dragons have really come out firing tonight this first half so far. They haven't missed a lot from the outside, whereas CBC can't buy a basket underneath. We've missed a lot of layups. I think we're at about 7 or 8 at this point.
That's the key so far.
Yep.
As we've said earlier, they have missed a lot of layups early. Collins misses the free throw. Pulled down there by Catchings, and here comes CBC the other way. Love, deep left wing, being guarded by Collins. Dribbles between his legs, now dribbles to the front. Right at the top of the key, kicks it back to Caleb Love. Love back to Jai Love. Love to Love. Left wing to Sam Orff. Orff on the right wing now. Dribbles with the left hand. Spin at the elbow. Right hand, no good. Gets the rebound behind the back, but it's pulled in by Isaiah King, and here comes St. Marys the other way. Catchings pokes it away from Mitchell, but then there's a miss by Rassis, and then there's a foul on Rassis on the rebound. Or no, they're going to get Mitchell. That'll be his 3rd. Dominic Mitchell, 3rd team foul with 6:44 to play, or 3rd personal foul with 6:44 to play in the half. Wow.
Yeah, this does not bode well for the Dragons, like I said, down the stretch. This much foul trouble early. You're almost at 10 fouls, and there's still 6 minutes left in the second quarter. My goodness.
Catchings to the line. He's 4 for 4 from the line. 7 points so far tonight. First free throw is good. Very athletic junior. Catchings was a key on last year's team as just a sophomore. He and Sam Orff, as Jim mentioned, between the first and second quarter, the only 2 seniors.
Him and Josh Nunn.
Oh, him and Josh Nunn are the only two seniors. Correct me. There's a three from the wing. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Catchings grabs the rebound. And here comes CBC the other way. It's Orff and Nunn is what we were talking about. That's right. I was wrong on that. Orff and Nunn, the two seniors on the team this year. Catchings, of course, the junior. Orff now gets the inbound from Love. Orff dribbles with the right hand. He's guarded by Isaiah King. Dribbles with the left now at the top of the key. Down the elbow. Kicks it. There's a three from the corner. That'll get him back in. Jai Love hits the three. Oh, we're going to get a timeout. St. Mary's calls this one 27-20, 6:16 to play, second quarter.
And that's a good call by Coach Calvin Lee. CBC making a little bit of a run, 5-point run there, getting within 7 now of the Dragons. CBC's done a good job of settling it down. That fast pace in the first quarter has kind of slowed a little bit. We're seeing a more composed, a more sharing team. They're getting the dribble penetration. They're getting the kickouts to the corners. That was a great shot by Jai Love there to bury a three and force Marys to call a timeout to keep the CBC momentum from gathering any more.
TJ's Pizza and Fundraising is one of our favorite sponsors here on CSN, and the CBC concession stands are now serving TJ's Pizza. You want some dinner on the go? You want to do it while you're watching CBC basketball? Stop by the concession stands. But dinner on the go for everybody else who isn't here tonight is not easy. So be sure to try a slice the next time you're here. TJ's is also the best fundraising option around, offering a simple process that helps your school, team, or organization raise money by selling delicious pizzas and desserts. Call TJ's Pizza, 314-869-9404, or learn more at tjspizza.com. Thank you, TJ's Pizza. St. Mary's now, a little full court pressure from CBC. St. Mary's breaks the press. This is Antonio Burks. Already has 13 points here tonight. Wow, what a crossover. Kicks it over to Razis. Razis down along the baseline and goes too strong to the rim, and it's pulled down. Sam Orff ends up grabbing it and gets it to number 3, Jai Love. Love guarded by Collins. Love dribbles to the top of the key. Down the lane. Kicks to the corner to Love. Back to Catchings into the paint off the glass. And almost went in. It was halfway down. Came out. Good rebound and put back by Shumpert, and he's fouled.
Yeah, great job by Shumpert, and that's what I was talking about at the break. You're getting great dribble penetration, great kicks, great shot opportunities, but it's also opening up more opportunities in the paint, which is exactly what the Cadets need to capitalize on right now.
10th team foul. Razis is first. And to the line now is Shumpert. First free throw is good. A 6-0 run here for CBC. They were down 12 at one point, now down 6, 27-21, 5:38 to play until halftime. Shumpert getting ready to attempt his second free throw. This one is up and off the glass, no good, pulled down by Burks. Here comes Collins. Good no-look pass underneath. Turnaround shot blocked by Josh Wallace. Wallace throws it out of bounds. He was trying to get it to one of the Loves, and neither one reached out to grab that ball. They thought it was going to the other.
That ball was a little hot to handle, too.
Riding the stationary bike, Davion Bradford over there behind the CBC bench. He's keeping those legs warm, Jim.
Yeah, he's keeping those legs warm.
Maybe you and I should be riding a stationary bike.
I definitely should.
Inbound to Isaiah King, cross court. He dribbles in with the left hand, now pulls it back out. He's got Burks. Burks stops. Pops underneath, no good. Wallace grabs the rebound. So Burks has gone a little bit cold. 6-0 run for CBC. Love to the corner. To Caleb Love for three from the right wing. Caleb Love, and it's 27-24. St. Mary's inbounds, full court press from CBC. St. Mary's breaks the press, and it's off the hands of Razis and goes out of bounds. And the Cadets have a chance to tie the game or pull within one. It is a 9-0 run, Jim.
This is a total momentum turnaround. Oh, and that'll kill it. Caleb Love receives the inbound pass, but he's out of bounds when he catches it.
His left foot.
But again, we're seeing exactly what frustrated the Cadets in the first quarter. Now is frustrating the Dragons in the second. Cadets are pouring a little pressure on them, and they're throwing the ball away. They're getting sloppy, and they've started to go cold on the shots.
4:55 to play, second quarter. Collins being guarded by Nunn. Just inside the timeline between the circles, gets it over to Burks. Burks guarded by Orff. Burks with the crossover, now kicks it back. Collins has it on the right wing, being guarded now by Nunn, trying to force a trap situation, but now it's to the wing for three off the glass, no good. Razis grabs the rebound, and that's swatted away. How about that defensive play by Wallace? Orff behind the back to Love from the wing, and he just misses, and Wallace flew in. Almost got the rebound, but the ball goes out of bounds.
That's still great defensive play there by the Cadets to get that turnover. Josh Wallace is doing a great job in the paint, getting clean blocks. He's not leaving his feet until he knows the offensive player is committed to taking that shot. Really, really heads up and smart play by Josh Wallace.
Good crowd here tonight. St. Mary's brought a lot of fans. The CBC student section is packed, and it has gotten loud at various moments here, and will again, I'm sure. Trapped in the corner was number 2, Lavelle Harris. Orff gets called with the kick, and St. Mary's will inbound. CBC giving St. Mary's a taste of their own medicine here with some full court press. Checking in now is number 11 for CBC, Davis Oftenbrink. Oftenbrink in the game. Down along the baseline now. There's a shot. He opted to pass up the pass, took the shot. Nunn's into the front court. Drives into the basket, and he's fouled by Matt Brotherton.
That was a hard foul there. Josh had 3 guys in front of him, knew if he went up he was going to get fouled, and he did. So he'll go to the line.
That's not Brotherton, that's Miles Jones. Miles Jones wears number 11 for St. Mary's. Second foul, and so Nunn will attempt the 2 free throws. The score? 27-24 in favor of St. Mary's. Nunn hits the first. Catchings returns to the game. Catchings and Wallace in the game at the same time. I was going to mention that a few minutes ago. Boy, I want to see more of those two together.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh Wallace's ability to read plays and see at the center position, and then Cale Catchings' raw athleticism is what's going to help CBC win this ballgame.
Collins breaks the press into the front court now, pulls it out on the right wing. Nunn and Oftenbrink go to defend. Down low now. DeWeese is fouled. He's not fouled. He's swatted by Wallace. Josh Wallace again with a great block. That's 3 that I count so far in the first half.
Yeah.
Orff will take a seat. Love returns. The key is if you're going to double someone, you got to defend. DeWeese hits that bucket from about 13. Oftenbrink's out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary's ball. Yuri Collins put the pressure on him.
That last basket by the Dragons ends an 11-0 run in 2.5 minutes by the Cadets, who brought themselves right back into this ballgame, 29-26.
29-26 the score, 3:43 to play. Second quarter. Inbound to Harris. Harris guarded by Love. Between the leg dribble, behind the back dribble, gets it into the front court. Kicks it over now to Austin. Austin from the right wing to Razis. Razis dribbles with the left hand, down the elbow, down the lane, looking. Now he'll kick it out. Wallace knocked it out of bounds. Razis attempted a under the basket pass to Drew DeWeese. Wallace swatted it away. Collins will inbound. Gets it to DeWeese, and he drills it from the same spot as he did about 30 seconds ago. From about 15 feet, that ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary's ball on the turnover. Returning is Burks for St. Mary's. Antonio Burks, 13 points in the first quarter. He's been held scoreless so far here in the second. Dragons will inbound. Harris, cross court to Burks, almost knocked away by Wallace. Burks, left elbow, spin move down the lane and count the basket. That is an athletic play and a foul on Catchings.
Yeah, Cale Catchings did a great job to come over and help Jai Love on the help side defense, and he seemed to be standing straight up, but the ref thinks otherwise.
2 fouls now on Catchings. Burks to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. And he does not off the front of the rim, no good. Burks now 2 for 3 from the line. Into the front court quickly because CBC, it's off Nunn's hands. Here comes St. Mary's the other way. Collins with the right hand off the glass, and that's good. 10 points for Yuri Collins, the point guard. That's another Turnover by CBC. Kick to Harris. Back to DeWeese. DeWeese hands it off to Harris. Lavelle Harris with the right hand past Oftenbrink to DeWeese. DeWeese from, again, about 15 feet. No good. Pulled down by Oftenbrink. CBC needs to settle down.
Really?
Because it's now an 8-0 run for St. Mary's.
That's right. This has been a game of swinging momentum. The speed and the tempo has kept guys tired, and the constant subbing has been hard for these guys to settle into a rhythm.
Nunn for three from the left wing, and he gets it. Josh Nunn with the step-back three. And it's 35-29. Collins cross-court to Burks. Burks kicks it back to Collins, back to Burks. Burks guarded by Wallace. Wallace, 6'6". Also played a little wide receiver this year for CBC. There's a three from the left corner. Pulled down by Razis. No good, and he goes back up to tip it. Persistence paid off there for Yahuza Razis. Catchings into the front court all the way to the basket. They'll call an offensive foul, and that's not good for the Cadets.
No, it's not.
Because that's his third foul.
Yeah.
Cale Catchings, who is the team's leading scorer, now has 3 fouls here in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Cadets clawed back from that 10-point deficit to within 3, and then they allow this big 10-point run from the Dragons, and they seem out of sorts. They seem very disheveled and very frustrated. They're throwing the ball around, and turnovers have absolutely killed them this half.
Pressure defense for CBC. Collins now down low to Razis. Razis spins, turns into the paint. Now kicks it back out. Harris for three from the left corner. No good. Rebounds pulled down by Shumpert. Here comes CBC the other way. This is Jai Love. Love to Orff. Orff from the right wing. Back to Love. Love will play the point now, running the offense for CBC. He's guarded by Lavelle Harris, who wears number 2. Love behind the back dribble now to the right ring, kicks it over to the corner. Sam Orff drills the three from the right corner. Burks to Collins into the front court. Collins down the lane to Razis on the low block. That ball's tipped away. Goes back into St. Mary's territory, or back in their part of the court, as Josh Nunn kicked it back into the backcourt. St. Mary's dribbles back up. That ball's kicked out of bounds by Shumpert. Harris was trying to get it to DeWeese down low, and Shumpert kicked it out of bounds. 47.3 remaining. 37-32 the score. Here comes CBC. Love down the lane, off the glass and in. Jai Love has 7 points for the Cadets here in the first half. 37-34, 34 seconds and counting here in the second quarter. This is Burks guarded by Nunn. Down the lane, and that's a floater for Antonio Burks, and a beautiful basket there, and St. Mary's will call the timeout with 21.8 to play. Antonio Burks has 20 points here in the first half.
This has been an impressive first half of basketball, but also somewhat unimpressive on both sides of the ball. They're running a furious tempo. They're playing great pressure defense, which I love to see. I love to see teams running up and down the court because this is a running game. But both sides of the ball are seeing massive amounts of miscommunication, massive amounts of turnovers. It's kind of one of those, hey, guys, I know you've only been playing with each other for 3-4 games so far this season, but we got to settle down. We got to start gelling as a team. I mean, it's a lot of miscues, a lot of no communication, and a lot of lost balls off of that shouldn't be.
That's Jim Platt. My name's Randy Molman. You're watching CBC basketball on the Cadet Student Network. CBC versus St. Mary's. The Dragons lead 39-34 with 21.8 remaining here until halftime. CBC will inbound underneath their basket. Ball's knocked away by Burks, CBC's ball. St. Mary's has been doing this, if you're just joining us, all evening. They are pressuring the inbound. They're putting on that full court press that Kelvin Lee is known for, St. Mary's coach. This is Orff into the front court. He's fouled. Wow. Lavelle Harris not sure why he was called there, as Orff seemed to be going down, but call the foul anyway, and that's his second. And Sam Orff goes to the line here to try to cut the lead to 3. Orff tonight has a 3, and that's it. 3 points. Trying to build on that here. First free throw is up and good. Sam Orff came into this game shooting 60% from three-point range. 60%.
And I think that's why he's having such a hard time getting a shot off. They're putting so much pressure on Orff. He can't get away from the defender to get a shot.
Hard to get an offense set up as well when you're running. Orff made the first, missed the second. This is Collins into the front court now for St. Mary's, looking for the final shot. We're under 10. Harris back to Collins. Collins now under 5. Looking, dribbles, long shot from the top of the key, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and that will end the first half. St. Mary's with a 39-35 lead at halftime here at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. Fan CBC legend Larry Hughes has opened D1 Basketball Academy, a program that offers grade school boys and girls a chance to develop basketball skills on the court and leadership skills they will use for the rest of their lives. If your son or daughter loves to play, check out Larry Hughes' D1 Basketball Academy. You can find them online, d1basketballstl.com. Jim, a furious first half.
Yeah, wow. Like I kept saying the whole first half, the tempo was furious. It was up-paced. They were running. That Yuri for St. Mary's, there's his name, Yuri Collins. Holy cow, can this kid run an offense? He's fast. He gets up the court. He fakes out defenders and crosses them over like there's no tomorrow. But the biggest issue on both sides of the court we're getting from the Cadets as well as from the Dragons is the fact that there seems to be no consistency. You're up, you're down, you're hot, you're cold. This is a game of momentum, and both teams keep stealing it from each other. 39-35 at half. CBC's been able to get this close before, but then they lose it with a couple of bad passes, a couple of turnovers, and silly little mistakes that you're not supposed to see at a varsity level game. So
it is
hopefully they can clean those up at halftime.
Exactly. It's a story of runs.
Yep.
St. Mary's has had a couple of runs. CBC had an 11-0 run mixed in, and the score is 39-35. St. Mary's leads at halftime. You're watching CBC Basketball on the Cadet Student Network.
Race relations, social justice. It's unfortunate, but these are issues that affect all of us.
Our guys came together to talk about this stuff. These aren't easy conversations, but they trusted each other and came together to talk about them as a team.
As their coach and as CBC alum, I'm proud of our players. This week on the back of our jerseys, we're wearing the word honor, and I think that's perfect, because it took courage to talk about these issues, and that is a tribute to CBC and the ones that came before them.
There's so much in this world that can tear us apart.
So many things that aren't fair.
That aren't right.
So many things that don't make sense.
It frustrates me.
It makes me sad.
It makes me angry.
Our school and our team are like the real world. We are made up of guys from all parts of St. Louis.
We come from different backgrounds and have different experiences.
We don't always agree on everything, but we listen to each other.
We learn from each other. We are brothers.
And we love each other. Together, we are committed to take the next step,
to bring people together.
And work for positive change.
Together.
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 Tonight, we honor our past.
And together, we work for a better tomorrow.
We stand together.
We kneel together.
And we rise together.
Let me help you protect what matters most and prepare for your retirement. I want to help everyone in the CBC family save money and stay protected. I've been in the business for 25 years. My team and I are ready to help you protect your family and save money. You can contact me at 314-842-4442. My email address is tim@timkylo.com, or my website is timkylo.com. Enjoy the rest of the game. Let me help you protect what matters most and prepare for your retirement. I want to help everyone in the CBC family save money and stay protected. I've been in the business for 25 years. My team and I are ready to help you protect your family and save money. You can contact me at 314-842-4442. My email address is tim@timkylo.com, or my website is timkylo.com. Enjoy the rest of the game.
A CBC high school education is about a transformation from boys to men. It is about the formation of a brotherhood that will stand the test of time. It is about service and discovery. It is about coming to understand the world around us and the people that live in it, and ourselves through real life experiences.
I am one, but I'm not the only one. I can do some things, but I can't do everything. What I can do, ought to do, by the grace of God, I will do. For my God, for my school.
All for all, God for us all. Christian Brothers on the move.
St. John Baptist de La Salle believed that everyone has been blessed by God with individual gifts and talents. These gifts and talents need to be recognized and celebrated. And that is what we're all about here at CBC. Our pledge to my brother promotes this idea that there is value in each of us individually. But it also recognizes that each of us has weaknesses as well. It is only when we come together as a community that we achieve our full potential. And that is the commitment or pledge that our young men make to one another. I am here for you when you need me. I will lift you up.
Being a CBC brother, to me it means being a part of something that's bigger than yourself, and being a part of something that you know is always going to be there as long as you live.
CBC is really all about relationships.
They know and sense and feel a tremendous brotherhood, and that benefits them for their future, but it also gives them a grounding that they can always come back to and feel comfortable being a part of. It's a tremendous thing.
When I think about myself being a brother to CBC, I just remember how coming here, everybody was helping me out. I remember how being a brother that was such, look out for one another.
It's more that feel of family and brotherhood that just, it gives them incredible confidence to do good things.
I am the person I am today because of my experiences at CBC, because of who I met here at CBC, my friends, the teachers, the coaches.
You see them grow from, little guys to these men that are doing incredibly valuable things. That makes us very proud here at CBC that we've played a small part in that development. It's awesome.
God for us all. God for us all. Christian Brothers on the move. Christian Brothers on the move. St. John Baptist de La Salle. Pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts.
Let me help you protect what matters most and prepare for your retirement. I want to help everyone in the CBC family save money and stay protected. I've been in the business for 25 years. My team and I are ready to help you protect your family and save money. You can contact me at 314-842-4442. My email address is tim@timkylo.com, or my website is timkylo.com. Enjoy the rest of the game. Let me help you protect what matters most and prepare for your retirement. I want to help everyone in the CBC family save money and stay protected. I've been in the business for 25 years. My team and I are ready to help you protect your family and save money. You can contact me at 314-842-4442. My email address is tim@timkylo.com, or my website is timkylo.com. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. My name is Randy Molman, Jim Platts alongside. You're watching CBC basketball on the Cadet Student Network. And your halftime score, St. Marys 39, CBC 35. Some point totals here in the first half. St. Marys is led by Antonio Burks, who scored 20 points in that first half. Point guard Yuri Collins has 10. For CBC, Josh Nunn leads all scorers for the Cadets with 10 points. Cale Catchings with 7. And Jai Love also has 7 points. An item to watch here, Jim, in the second half is the foul trouble Cale Catchings is in. He's already got 3.
Yeah. Cale Catchings, you're probably going to see limited minutes out of him. And if he gets that fourth one, he's going to be riding to the bench to the end of the fourth.
So CBC starts with the ball here in the second half. Josh Nunn from the left wing for 3, and he misses off the iron. It's pulled down by Collins. Collins the other way for St. Marys. That ball is stripped. Cale Catchings with the steal. Into the front court to Love, off the glass and good. A great defensive play. Started it all by Cale Catchings.
Yeah, great hustle by Catchings and great look by Jai Love to Caleb Love.
Here's Burks now being guarded by Orff. Love comes to help. Kicked over now to number 5. That's King. King cross court. Collins left wing shot is no good. Off the rim. Ball bounces around. Grabbed by Love. And here comes CBC the other way. Sam Orff into the front court with the right hand. Kicks it over to Love. Love to Nunn in the right corner. Nunn back to Orff from about 18. Off the back iron and no good. And how about Cale Catchings? Tipping it back to Love. Nunn into the front right to Catchings, and he is fouled.
Wow.
Catchings went with the teardrop, and it was as Razis went up, it went off his fingers, but when he came down, he landed on Catchings, and that's where the foul was called.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some great halftime adjustments by Coach Tatum. These boys have come back focused and ready to play.
39-37 the score. Catchings at the line, makes the first. Catchings is now 6 of 7 from the line here tonight. That's huge. His second shot is good. That's 10 points now for Cale Catchings. Check that, 9 points.
Nice
This
steal.
is Nunn with the swat and up and no good. The foul's called on DeWeese. How about Josh Nunn with the big steal? Aggressive play on defense, and this pressure defense both times, both sides are employing that pressure defense, that full court press. It's tough to inbound. There's no space in your own backcourt. Man, Josh Nunn squeezed that play right there. What a great play.
And I got to ask what Coach Tatum said to these young men in the locker room.
You want to go down and ask
No,
him?
not right now. To light a fire in them like this. Holy cow, they've come out shooting, they've come out hitting on all cylinders, and they've come out with a great defensive mentality. Aggressive. I like to see that too.
6-0 run to start the second half for the Cadets, and it's stolen by Orff after the pressure by Love. Love off Catchings' hands, but it goes over to Caleb Love. Love with the left hand gets it poked away by Burks from the backside. Now it's Burks into the front court. Left wing. He doesn't get himself pinned on the baseline. And he'll kick it back out to Yuri Collins. St. Marys will slow it down. Nunn almost stole it from about 18. That shot is long, and it's grabbed by Catchings. And here comes CBC quickly the other way. DeWeese swats it out of bounds, and he has some words for Josh Nunn.
Wow.
He got in Josh Nunn's ear there at the end. Josh Nunn smartly does not respond.
Yeah, definitely some gamesmanship there by DeWeese, but Josh Nunn keeping a cool head.
We're going to get a foul on CBC on the inbound. That was Caleb Love called. That's his second. And so St. Mary's will get the ball back. 6-0 run to start the second half here, Jim.
Yep. CBC doing a great job with this pressure defense, but it looks like Yuri just broke it.
Yuri broke the press, got it to Razis. Razis from about 15 drains it. Yahuza Razis now has 6 points. 41 all, and we thought this is how this game would go. 6:11 to play, third quarter. It is tight. CBC has come back from a couple of big St. Mary's leads. Love fakes the pass, but he's going to get charged with the offensive foul. DeWeese stood his ground. Good, smart play by Drew DeWeese of St. Mary's.
Yeah, good aggressive play by Jai Love. I think he should have kicked it to Catchings at that point, but he decided to keep him himself, and that's okay. But now we're looking at 2 fouls on Jai Love.
6:04 remain, third quarter. Collins to DeWeese. DeWeese gets it to Burks. Burks will bring it into the front court now, beats the 2 defenders, drives all the way to the basket, off the glass and good. Antonio Burks with a big night.
Great play by him.
Here comes CBC the other way now. Nunn to Orff. Orff back to Nunn. Nunn at the top of the key, dribbles with the right hand, drives down the lane, kicks it over to Love in the corner. Love is called with the walk. He dragged his back foot. That's what they called anyway.
Yeah, I think he kept it planted, just took a big step and fooled Yuri Collins guarding him.
Sometimes you can fool the referees as well.
Definitely did that.
Collins gets the inbound from DeWeese now. He's guarded by Love. He'll bring it into the front court. Collins almost had it poked away. Kicks it over to King on the baseline. Sam Orff gets called with the foul. That's his second. So Caleb and Jai Love both have 2 fouls. Oh, that's Sam Orff's first. First foul called on Orff. 3 fouls called on Catchings. Burks takes the long inbound now, and he will dribble. Gives it to Collins from the free throw line. 15-footer, no good. Batted away. Grabbed by Nunn. Here comes CBC. Sam Orff into the front court. Pulls up for the 3, and he drains it. Sam Orff from 3.
That's a great play by Sam Orff, but look out.
Collins the other way with the answer, coast to coast. That's 12 for Yuri Collins. 45-44 St. Mary's. What a game we have brewing here at DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. This is Love from the left corner, and he drills it. Jai Love, and a timeout called. A timeout called. It's 47-45, CBC with the lead.
Yeah, the tempo has been absolutely furious, and I give all the credit there to Josh Nunn, Yuri Collins, and Jai Love. These guys have been pushing the ball hard and fast up the court, and it's been tough for defenses to get back and stop anything. It's been a lot of breakaways, a lot of breaks on offense. Good job on both sides of the ball keeping this high tempo up. I love it. It's fast-paced, fun basketball.
12-6 for CBC to open the third quarter. Folks, if you're a fan of CSN, you definitely have heard us mention our friend State Farm agent Tim Kylo. It's time to give Tim a call. Let him save you some money on your insurance. We're talking anything that can be insured. Home, life, boat, anything. Tim is your guy. Just ask CBC's communications director, Patrick Walsh, who saved $1,100 last year by switching to Tim. Tim's our guy. He can be your guy, too. Give him a call, 314-842-4442, or shoot him an email, tim@timkylo.com. KILO.com. 4:51 to play third quarter. Cadets 47, Dragons 45. A 12-6 barrage for CBC to start the third. It'll be St. Mary's ball going from your left to your right wearing their green road jerseys. That ball is off of Yuri Collins and goes out of bounds. The ball was inbounded at his feet. I'm not sure if that was just a bad pass or if Collins just wasn't concentrating. Probably a combination of both.
Could have been a little bit of both.
Love will inbound for the Cadets, and he misses his inbound, and here comes Collins the other way. Off the glass and good. A turnover leads to points once again, 14 for Collins. Here comes Catchings the other way to Orff on the fast break. Off the glass, no good. Wallace went up for the rebound, and they may catch Burks here with the foul going over Wallace. They do. That's Burks' second personal. Third team foul of the half called on the Dragons. Josh Wallace in great position for that offensive rebound. Catchings from about 8 feet, no good. Wallace reached in, and they're going to call him. He reached over DeWeese.
Yep. DeWeese had position. Wallace has got to learn to let that one go.
That's Wallace's first. Fourth team foul called on CBC. Checking in for the Cadets is Will Shumpert. And for St. Marys, returning to the game, is Dominic Mitchell. We haven't seen him yet. He's playing with 3 fouls, Dominic Mitchell. And he's been held scoreless. Mitchell came in averaging 11 points a game. 47 all. 4:30 and counting, third quarter. St. Marys slows it down. Collins' pass a little too hot for Burks. He tried to one-hand it. It goes out of bounds.
And we've seen a lot of that tonight on both sides of the court in this game. Hot, fast passes. I think it's just because the boys are so amped up, they get overexcited and shoot the ball too quick, too hard at their own teammates.
Jai Love to Orff. Orff from about 12 on the fall-away jumper, and it's good for Sam Orff. He now has 9. Burks and Collins now down into the corner for Harris. Harris looking for Razis. It's knocked away. Razis wasn't ready for it. Shumpert gets it stripped by Collins, and that's going to roll out of bounds. They're going to give it back to they're going to give it to CBC. There's not a
okay.
There we go. They changed it.
Official corrected himself there.
The CBC student section is crediting themselves with changing the referee's mind. Do you think that was the case? Let's say it is.
You know what? I'm going to give it to them.
Yeah, let's say it is.
They've had a long week. Let's give it to them.
Good job, kids. Into the front court now is Caleb Love. Love with the left hand. Sends it to Orff on the left wing. Orff guarded by Harris. Dribbles with the left hand. Now pulls it back out. Top of the key. Looks. Sends it over to number 3, Jai Love. Love to Wallace. From the free throw line, hands it to Orff. He bobbles it, collects it, now pulls it back out. Slows it down a little bit for CBC. 49-47 the score, 3:20 and counting, third quarter. Cadets lead by 2. Love, guarded by Collins. Love drives into the paint with the left hand, misses, but Shumpert's there with the putback.
It's good position by Will Shumpert to be there in case of the offensive board or the need for the putback.
You wonder why Jai Love didn't use the right hand going down the lane there.
I've seen that a lot in the last couple of years. A lot of players going with the right hand, both sides of the net.
There's Razis from about 8, no good. Pulled down by Shumpert. Ball's knocked away by Razis. What a hustle play by him. Burks kicks it to the corner. Harris for 3, no good. Had his feet set. Long rebound to Sam Orff. CBC will slow it down now. This is Jai Love walking it into the front court for the Cadets. Down low, and it went right through Wallace's hands. Wallace wasn't ready. You talked about that earlier. You mentioned a lot of these hot passes going right through the receiver's hands.
Yeah, and I got to do that first home game of the year for the Cadets. They're nervous. They're excited. You got a huge crowd here, a lot of noise. St. Marys brought a huge crowd, too, for all the distance they had to travel, so definitely can understand why the boys have a little jitters.
Harris picks up his dribble, sends it over to Burks, almost stolen, but Burks saves it, gives it to number 24. That is Mitchell. Kicks it out to Collins, drives, good hands by Wallace, sends it up to Love, and Love throws it down.
The freshman.
The freshman with the right hand jam for CBC, and it's a 6-point lead.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to deal with that in class tomorrow.
He's going to say, Mr. Platt, you see that?
I'm going to have to say yes.
Here's Burks. He's going to try to bring St. Marys back, and he does! He not only hits the 3, he gets fouled by Love.
Looks like the foul was before the shot and off, away from the ball. Oh, no, they're going to give it to him. All right. The official first pointed to underneath the basket.
So how are they calling this on Wallace when Wallace was not guarding Burks? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So they count the shot, and St. Marys will have possession as well.
Yeah.
So they'll inbound. But Antonio Burks, good grief, and now has 25. Check that, 22 for Burks. Oh, and another basket, and we've got a 5-point turnaround here. Oh, no, they're calling it on St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Wow. 44, Razis gets called. That's his third.
What a game this has been. Exciting. Interesting calls both ways. A lot of turnovers, a lot of great plays.
CBC will inbound, leading by 1. Here's Love. He's open down the wing, and he gets it to go. Jai Love off the glass. He has 12. Burks now to number 21, Austin. Back to Burks. Burks guarded by Love. None was helping. Now cross court to Collins. Into the paint among the trees, and he misses. Pulling down the rebound is Ari Jackson. Jackson gets it to Josh Nunn. This is Ari Jackson's first minutes of the night. Love to Schumpert. Back to Love. Catchings is on the bench. He has 3 fouls. They're going to try to save him for the fourth quarter. Love! They let him walk to the basket, and he misses the layup and then commits the foul on the rebound. Jai Love, that was a frustration foul right there.
Yeah, that was absolutely a little undisciplined frustration foul. It happens when you miss a layup like that, but Jai Love's got to be careful. He doesn't get any more of those.
That's his third. Burks into the front court, and he tried to get too fancy. The ball bounces off his knee. Ari Jackson gets it stripped, gets it back across the court, and it's knocked away. What a block by Burks over the head of Caleb Love.
Caleb Love playing one heck of a game tonight. And again, I'm going to hate those words later, too. Tomorrow he's going to come into class and say, you said I had a good game.
Here's Orff now pulls it out on the right wing. And that ball's knocked away. Good defensive play there by Austin. Into the front court. Looks. Throws the shoulder and gets it to fall. Donovan Austin, no foul, and he gets the basket. Love the other way to Schumpert. He can't get it to fall. Love now kicks it out. Knocked away by Burks. Burks back the other way for the Dragons off the glass and is called with the foul. And Burks will go to the free throw line.
And what a swing of momentum we've seen here in the last 35 seconds of this third quarter. I mean, St. Mary's gets a good call, and then CBC gets a good call and goes and scores some points, but then St. Mary's just plies the pressure slowly but surely, gets those little ticky-tack errors by the Cadets, picks it up and goes the other way for points. And now they've taken the lead, 56-55.
Put on your seatbelts for the fourth quarter, everyone. This is going to be a fun ride. 56-55 the score for St. Mary's. They lead. Burks trying to make it a 2-point game, and he does. Antonio Burks, 3 for 4 from the line. He has 25 points for the Dragons. Ari Jackson will inbound for CBC. Full court pressure from St. Mary's, as we've seen most of the night. Love tries to get it past Collins. He drives, and it's knocked away. They trapped him at center court. Austin diving for it. Nunn knocks it away. Clock is ticking down. And a foul at the end of the quarter. DeWeese is called with the foul. That's his second, team's fifth.
Yeah, DeWeese came flying in with almost a slide tackle. Instead of going for the ball, he kind of went in with his legs, which is definitely going to be a foul, if not a flagrant before. But the officials think it was non-intentional, so CBC will take over with 1 second left in the third.
1 second remaining in the third quarter. St. Mary's 57, CBC 55. And there's the shot at the buzzer off the front of the rim. Wow. Will Schumpert almost brought the house down.
Yeah, absolutely. It was about 5 or 6 inches shy of making that one fall. Great play by Schumpert to get up, get down, and then see the open shot. Get separation, he gets an open shot. Great play, and I can't wait for this fourth quarter. Holy cow.
Before we start the fourth quarter, we want to say thanks to one of our newest sponsors on the Cadet Student Network. That's Mercy Sports Medicine. Mercy's ranked as a top-tier Catholic health system nationally and offers the highest quality health care for students and their families. We know that firsthand here at CBC. Athletic trainer Kristen Jeans and the team at Mercy take care of our cadet student athletes. To learn more, visit mercy.net. Also, when you need an attorney, you want someone you can count on to protect your legal rights, the attorneys at Milliken Wright are here for you. Brian Milliken and CBC grad Chris Wright have fiercely represented the injured and accused in civil and criminal cases in the St. Louis metro area for more than 15 years. Call Brian and Chris, 314-621-0622. You can find Milliken Wright online, millikenwright.com. Milliken Wright will fight for you. One last mention. If you know a grade school student who might be a future cadet, you've got to encourage them to pay a visit and experience CBC for themselves. Contact admissions office 314-985-6095 to schedule a tour of CBC or a shadow visit. Don't forget the 7th grade shadowing is now available. Just call Melissa Ryan, 314-985-6095. Spend a day with us and experience what CBC is all about. And here we go, 4th quarter. Jim Platt alongside. My name's Randy Molman. Cadet Student Network, St. Mary's, the number 2 small school in the St. Louis area, undefeated at 6-0. There's a shot that goes off the glass and no good. That'll go to CBC. Yeah. St. Mary's 6-0. CBC ranked 5th in large schools in the St. Louis metro area, 2-2 coming in after going and playing in 2 different tournaments. Wow. Austin's 3rd foul for St. Mary's on the inbound. Team fouls are 7-6. There's a good inbound pass from Orff to Love. Catchings miss. Catchings was not ready for the pass, and he just wasn't ready for the pass.
And that's really been the story of the night for the Cadets. A lot of mistakes on miscommunications. Guys not ready, guys not looking, not telling, hey, there's one coming behind you. He's going to pick your pocket, and that's happened time and again all night.
Inbounding the ball will be Isaiah King for St. Mary's. Yuri Collins is doubled, but he gets it into Austin, but Nunn knocks it out of bounds. Wow, no. The official's coming over. He may change it, is he? No, they're going to give it to CBC. I thought Nunn knocked that out of bounds.
Nunn came up right away, pointing cadet ball, so.
Inbounds from Orff to Love. Love kicks it. Ari Jackson from the corner, no good. Orff with the rebound, and it hit every part of that rim before coming out. Catchings had it swatted away, and the ball will stay with CBC with 7:27 to play, 4th quarter.
Great effort there by Sam Orff. I can't believe that didn't fall. Rims are being very unforgiving tonight for the Cadets.
57-54, Nunn. Faked the 3, pulled it down, guarded by Collins. He pulls it out now. Josh Nunn, the senior. Dribbles between his legs, passes Collins now. Gets past Collins, kicks it to Catchings, going down the left wing, throws it up off the glass. No good. They're going to call a foul on DeWeese. That'll be DeWeese's 3rd. So 2 shots for Catchings. Shooting foul. That's both teams now in the bonus. 7 team fouls apiece. Catchings makes the first, and that's been a real pleasant surprise. 8 of 9 from the free throw line for Cale Catchings. Schumpert will return to the lineup for Ari Jackson. Jackson leaves. Nope, Jackson will stay in. Out of the game is Josh Nunn. Going with a little extra size here on the floor right now as they take Nunn off. Second free throw, no good. 8 of 10 from the line for, how about that scramble? Jackson grabbed the rebound but had it poked away, and here comes St. Mary's the other way. Collins into the front court. Right wing dribbles with the left hand into the paint, and there's Cale Catchings to intercept it. He's fouled. Cale Catchings in perfect defensive position, and he'll go to the free throw line.
That was an amazing read by Cale Catchings. He saw that the man with the ball wasn't going to shoot it, cuts off the passing lane, and starts heading the other way. Great play by Catchings, getting him another opportunity for a 1-and-1 at the line.
Burks is back in the game now for St. Mary's. He definitely has some swagger, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Antonio Burks.
Well, after a game like tonight, he's earned it.
Already with 25. Catchings' front end is good. He's attempted 11 free throws. He's made 9 of them. He's got 11 points total, only 2 points from the field. But he's making his mark on defense and at the free throw line. Off of Collins' leg. How about that defense from number 2, Caleb Love? And what CBC does, we talked about it in football. Speed, speed, speed. They do a lot of the same.
Right.
The principle's the same here on the basketball court. Speed.
And a great job by Caleb Love there to stay with the play, even after he was beat. There it is again, same play, goes baseline and manages to take it to him. Look at that pressure applied by Love.
60-57 CBC. Caleb Love, the defensive pressure, the active hands from the CBC defenders. Here's Burks from 3, a little short. Shumpert pulls the rebound, kicks it out to Love quickly. Love into the front court, now we'll pull it back out. Over to Orff from the wing. Orff dribbles with the left hand, fall away, no good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's all right.
Foul's called on number 5. That is Isaiah King, and that's only his second. But to the line, shooting 2 for CBC is Sam Orff. Orff is 1 for 2 from the line so far, but Kelvin Lee will call a timeout, a full timeout for St. Mary's. 60-57 the score.
Yeah, CBC's done a great job of rallying here in this fourth quarter. They were down 2 to start, and they kind of were losing the momentum, a couple of turnovers late in the third, and now we're seeing a CBC team that's starting to click a little bit more and a little bit more. They're getting those opportunities. They're getting to the basket. They're getting those quick dribble penetrates and kickouts, and they're starting to hit their threes, which has been key to getting them back in this game. Still not a comfortable margin by any means, because St. Mary's is going to keep bringing that pressure, and CBC's been up and down with it all night, so we'll see.
Caleb Love, Jai Love, Josh Nunn have really made their presence felt on defense, guarding Collins and Burks. Collins and Burks have their points, but how many steals does that group of guards for CBC have tonight between the 2 Loves and Sam Orff and, of course, Josh Nunn? They've got at least half a dozen steals.
Probably more, but it comes from that. They came out from the break pouring pressure on defensively, and those active hands, those staying with it. The guy got the inbounds pass, but throw a quick hand at the ball, see if he can poke it free, and they've done that, and they've done it effectively.
Neither team has had an easy time inbounding the ball in tonight. Let's state facts. Both coaches have had their players ready. Both coaches employing some full court press here tonight, and it has worked to some degree on both sides. Sam Orff makes the first free throw. 61-57 CBC. Orff 2 for 3 from the line, 10 points. Another big free throw here, and it's good. 62-57, a 5-point lead. Harris into the front court to Burks, back to Harris. Harris couldn't find Austin, and again, it's number 2, Caleb Love, with those active hands forcing the high pass. The one takeaway.
There it is.
There's a foul away from the ball. Number 21 is fouled out. That's number 5 for Donovan Austin. He fouls out with just 4 points, and he will foul out of this game.
I've got to get a lot of credit to Josh Nunn. He's been very active, moving his feet, trying to get that separation, and he's also drawing attention to himself. They're throwing his arms up in the air, and the ref saw it, and it worked. It worked, so there you go.
These teams are mirror images of each other, really, if you
very
think about
similar.
it. Very quick guards, very aggressive on defense, a couple of guys who can score, and they really are very similar in style, which is why we're seeing such a close game here tonight. Nunn, 5 for 5 from the line. He now has 13, make it 6 for 6. 14 points, and that's been huge for CBC. Their free throw shooting here tonight has been fantastic.
And look at this pressure by Sam Orff, denying Yuri Collins the ball. They know that speed's going to kill him.
Razis from about 15 couldn't get it to fall. And there's another foul. Oh, a travel. Travel called on Caleb Love. He was off balance there. Good defense by Lavelle Harris. He was in his face and forced him to slide that back foot. So Collins will inbound now. He gets it underneath the basket to Harris. Harris brings it out, kicks it over to Mitchell. Drives into the lane, loses control. Catchings comes up with it. Catchings to number 13, Will Shumpert. Back to Catchings. Ball is tipped, and it pinballs out of bounds off of Catchings. It'll be St. Mary's ball.
Again, these high lofting passes with these athletic guys on the court, a lot of guys can get up and disrupt that pass. So they've got to be more careful, more disciplined with the passing.
Caleb Love, the freshman, really making his presence felt here tonight, especially on defense. Checking in now is Jai Love. Love for Nunn. Catchings, Shumpert, and Orff, the other 3 CBC players on the court right now. Collins brings it into the front court for St. Mary's. Orr forces him outside. Harris drives in, kicks it back to Collins, drives into the paint, hands it off to Razis. Nice play. Collins, fantastic drive into the lane, dumped it to Razis, who made an easy basket.
Yeah, great job of that dribble penetration, collapsing the defense and then finding an open man underneath. And there it is. We've said it time and again tonight. CBC's passing and turnover mistakes have been keeping the Dragons in this ball game.
64-59, St. Mary's ball. Going left to right. Collins into the front court, guarded by Orff. He'll take it all the way and dump it to Razis again and count the basket for Yahuza Razis. That's now 10 points for the junior 6'6" forward. Foul was called on Schumpert, his first personal. 8th team foul. Schumpert will check out. Josh Wallace returns. Wallace, Catchings, Orff, Love, and Love. Razis at the line, his first free throw attempt of the night, and he misses. Jai Love will bring it into the front court. He'll play point now with Josh Nunn out of the game. Jai Love kicks it over to Catchings. Catchings guarded by Razis. Hands it off to Orff at the right wing. Orff spins around. Approaching the baseline, kicks it back to Caleb Love. Love guarded by Collins. This has been a great matchup all night. Love and Collins. On the baseline, Orff to Wallace. Great pass. Wallace is swatted. Number 24, Dominic Mitchell, swatted it away. And here comes St. Mary's the other way. Harris down low to Razis. Into the paint. Left hand to Mitchell. Off the glass and good. Mitchell's first two. And how about Razis with the nice pass down low?
Yeah, really great play, good eyesight, good communication.
It's 64-63. They're going to get Burks. He caught him on the hand there. That's his third personal.
It's going to be his third. He's got to be careful. 4:20 left in this game. It's a 1-point game right now for the Dragons. Jai Love at the line could definitely put some space in between St. Mary's and the Cadets.
6-0 run by the Dragons, hoping to be stopped here by Jai Love. First free throw is no good. Love 0 for 2 now from the line. The score is 64-63. He misses both. Here comes St. Mary's. Collins all the way, coast to coast, off the glass, no good. Josh Wallace stood his ground. Here comes Catchings the other way, and he tried to go over Razis, and he missed the dunk, and the ball flies out of bounds, and Razis may be hurt.
Yep. Razis is staying low, holding his shoulder or arm.
That might be Razis' shoulder right there. Cale Catchings went over Razis to try to throw it down. And Razis' shoulder may have gotten caught underneath.
Yep. He's definitely holding something on his right side. Trainer's having a look at him.
Coach Kelvin Lee.
But back to this game and against the tempo that Yuri Collins is running up here, it's what's getting these CBC defenders so off balance. He's getting into the paint before a defender even picks him up. I mean, he's getting across half court. I mean, that's too much. You can't let the man cross half court without picking up the man with the ball. You have to stop the ball. Force him to pass, force him to set up an offense. This quick speed is what the Dragons want.
Speed is what, well, he's holding his wrist. I don't know if he's holding his shoulder or his wrist. He's kind of shaking his shoulder. He looks to be okay. May have gotten a little bit of a stinger there, or he's still kind of shaking it out a little bit.
Yeah. Might have come loose a little bit. Just have to push it back in.
We'll see. We'll see how he may have to sit out here. I think he's going to have to sit out until the next whistle.
Yep.
So Razis leaves, and he's still kind of shaking that shoulder. He's trying to keep it loose over there. 64-63 the score. St. Mary's with the ball. They trail by 1. DeWeese inbounds to Collins. Collins guarded by Orff. Here comes Collins into the front court for St. Marys. Dribbles down the right lane. Kicks it off to Mitchell, who misses the shot. Ball's kicked out to Burks. From the top of the key, a big three is missed. Grabbed by Harris on the baseline. Back out to Collins. Collins now drives into the paint, kicks it off to Burks, who's wide open again, and you cannot continue to leave Antonio Burks open. He now has 28.
And you can't, also on that same note, you can't give them 3 opportunities to take a shot. You've got to get that rebound.
They try to trap Sam Orff. He gets it to Catchings. Catchings back to Orff. Orff to Catchings now. Catchings drives into the lane, pulls up, jumps, no good. He's going to draw the foul from Mitchell, and that's his 4th.
And Cale Catchings has done a great job tonight of getting that penetration and drawing those fouls. He's been, 8 for 10 from the line tonight?
Yep, 10 for 12.
Oh, 10 for 12
10
from the line.
12, 12 points total. And he goes back to the line now. Between he and Josh Nunn, they are 16 of 18 from the line. Make it 17 of 19. Razis will return. Yahuza Razis, who left earlier after getting dinged up on the dunk attempt by Catchings. Catchings, 11 of 13 from the line, and he is 11 of 14 as he misses that one. Rolls off the right side of the rim. 66-65, St. Marys, 3:10 and counting. 4th quarter. What a game we've had here tonight. What a great way to kick off the home schedule for CBC. Straightaway 3 is buried. They left him wide open, and Lavelle Harris didn't miss. 69-65 Dragons. Josh Nunn into the front court, guarded by Collins. Nunn with his back to the basket, now turns it around. He's trapped, but he gives it to Catchings, drives the lane, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
Great
Antonio
job
Burks took it.
Burks steps in front, keeps his feet planted, and you see Catchings trying that, the teardrop shot, and it doesn't go because he's flying in like that.
Coach Tatum is talking to Catchings about that right now as Catchings was looking for that rainbow shot there in the lane on the run.
The touch shot over the top of the defender.
Don't forget that CSN offers so much more than sports. Catch our theater performances, band and vocal concerts, and so much more here on CSN. Log on anytime to see great things happening at CBC. From the classroom to the court, from the field to the stage. If it's happening at CBC, you'll find it on CSN. Don't miss the annual CBC Band and Vocal Christmas concerts next week. Join us for the band concert on Tuesday night in the theater and come back Wednesday for our vocal concert in the chapel. Both shows begin at 7. Celebrate the seasons here at CBC. Jim Platt alongside. My name's Randy Molman. You're watching CBC Basketball on the Cadet Student Network. And boy, do we have a dandy if you're just joining in. 69-65, St. Marys leads. Multiple lead changes, multiple runs. Very active and aggressive defense and a lot of athleticism here tonight.
It has been a fantastic game to watch. And for all our fans out there who are watching, I'm sure you've enjoyed it. But tell your friends to go back. If you're a fan of basketball, go back and watch this game. Because, yes, it's been a cavalcade of mistakes, but also it's been a fun, up-tempo basketball game. So let's see how we finish the last 2:43.
And it's only going to get louder here in D.C. Wilcutt Gymnasium for the final 2:35. Collins, cross court to Harris, who just hit a big 3. Gives it to Burks, guarded by Orff. Antonio Burks is the high scorer of the night. He has 28. This is Razis now to Mitchell. Mitchell on the right wing to Collins. Collins to Harris. Good movement on offense here for St. Marys. Over to Burks, guarded by Nunn. Burks to Razis. Razis almost lost it. Almost lost it on the pass. He hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell to Collins. Nunn pressuring Collins here. Gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Harris. Harris guarded by Love. Someone's going to have to foul here shortly or force a turnover for the Cadets. Orff guarding Collins. He gets it to Burks. Nunn goes for it, and he gets called with the foul. They needed to do something to get that clock stopped.
They were definitely letting that run down from 2:35 to 1:48. Almost a whole minute runs off that clock.
This is not the guy you wanted to foul. Antonio Burks at the line. He's 3 for 4 tonight. He has 28 points. He scored 19 of those at halftime. First shot falls in for Burks. Catchings will return for Josh Wallace now. Catchings, who's only had 2 points from the field here tonight, is 11 of 14 from the free throw line. Burks' second shot is good. No problem there. So a 71-65 lead for St. Mary's. CBC has fallen behind before and come back. They even had the lead for a while. Orff to Nunn. Nunn back to Orff for three from the right wing. No good. Burks pulls down the rebound. Pressured now in the backcourt there, and he gets out of it. Dribbles into the front court, and he'll look to hand it off to the point guard, Collins. Collins back to Burks, almost stolen by number 13, Schumpert. Back to Collins underneath. Razis had it bounce off his hands.
Oh,
they're going to call a foul on
goodness.
Razis. That might be on Catchings. Let's see who it's on.
Yep.
If it's Catchings, that might be his fifth. Nope, they call it on Nunn, his second personal.
And that was an interesting foul, mostly because Razis knew he was trapped, so he just threw the ball up, and I can't believe the refs gave him that one.
So Yahuza Razis to the line. He has 10 points. Makes his free throw. Make it 11 for Razis. 72-65. St. Mary's is now open to 7-point lead here. Second shot is good. Here comes CBC the other way. Down 8. A minute 8 to play. Love. The freshman has had a big impact here tonight. He's played a nice game. Here comes Nunn into the lane. Hands it off to Schumpert off the glass and in. So full court pressure now from CBC. Trying to force a turnover. They're going to call a foul. Collins will go to the line. Caleb Love's third. 51.2 remaining. You have to hope that St. Mary's will start missing some free throws here. Collins to the line, up 6.
But so far tonight, these guards from St. Mary's have shown that they're not going to miss. Even the center has shown it's not going to miss from the line.
Burks has 30 points for St. Mary's tonight. First shot from Collins is good. That's actually only his second free throw attempt here tonight. He's 1 for 2. He has 15. Yuri Collins. Second one good. Made it look easy.
Yep.
75-67, timeout on the floor. You're watching Cadet basketball here on the Cadet Student Network. Randy Molman and Jim Platt bringing you all the action. Jim, one thing you take away so far from this game is
it's early.
It's early.
It's early in the season.
And CBC's very athletic as always, and they will pressure the ball, and they'll play very aggressive defense.
I mean, we're seeing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 juniors on the squad, 2 freshmen, and 4 sophomores. Young squad, just like we had in football. They just need to start gelling. And again, it's early in the season. They need to get to know each other a little better, start working together. But it's a communication thing. That's my biggest one. There's, not a lot of talk out there between some of these younger guys and some of these older, more experienced guys. So just clean up the little, ticky-tack errors. And
wow, they're going to call an offensive foul on Josh Nunn. Standing in the lane to take that foul was Razis. And for Nunn, that's his third. Or maybe they didn't call a foul.
No, they called it offensive.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Third foul on Nunn. He goes to the bench. Nope, he's back. He's in the game. 75-67 the score. Collins is fouled by Nunn, and that's Nunn's fourth. The St. Mary's Dragons poised to come in here to DC Wilcutt Gymnasium and get out of here with a win. Came in undefeated, 6-0. Ranked number 2 in the metro area by STL High School Sports. For small schools, you could see why they were ranked so high.
Right. They came in with a game plan. The Dragons had a very specific game plan what they were going to do. They were going to apply a lot of defensive pressure in the backcourt for CBC, and they made their baskets. They got to the basket. They penetrated. They kicked. They made their threes. They made the layups, and CBC made a lot of mistakes to give them that advantage. So
Sam Orff drives to the basket, off the glass, no good, but a foul called on Razis, and to the line will be Sam Orff. That's Razis' fourth, 36.9 remaining, and 9-point St. Mary's lead. Orff to the line tonight. He's 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Misses the first. And what's been very good free throw shooting most of the night has started to fail CBC here in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Second free throw from Orff. Falls home, and it's 76-68. Shumpert's going to get called with the foul there, and that will send Harris to the line. Lavelle Harris, the 5'9" junior guard. He had a big three here in this fourth quarter from straight away, right at the top of the key, that really, I think, changed the momentum for St. Mary's. He was left open there at the top of the key, and he drained it. He misses the first free throw.
Both sides. I guess at this point in the game, with running such a fast-paced game, you're going to get tired players, and tired players make mistakes like missed free throws and bad passes and loose balls on the floor.
Harris' second free throw is up and no good. CBC back the other way. Sam Orff now dribbles, gets trapped, sends it underneath the Love. Love goes off the glass, and it falls in. Caleb Love, and a timeout call by, looks like it was called by CBC, Coach Tatum.
Yep.
6-point lead for St. Mary's.
24 seconds to go. There's definitely going to be some serious full court pressure from the Cadets here. Try and get the steal and maybe bury a three. I think Coach Tatum has one timeout left before, yep, he does, before he is out. So if they could bury a quick three, they might still have a shot at tying this game.
At best, you force a steal, you hit a three, call a timeout. At worst, you foul and hope they miss their free throws.
Right. Good pressure on the guards will force them to give it to one of the forwards or the center, and that's where you foul. That's where you want to foul. Guards have been very hot all night.
Yep, the score is 76-70. St. Mary's leads with under a minute to play. Great crowd on hand here tonight. St. Mary's brought a lot of fans. CBC student section packed most of the night. Took in a really, really good game. Mitchell will inbound for St. Mary's, and the ball is stolen. And they're going to get Burks on the foul, I think. That's going to send Shumpert to the line. Burks gets called with the foul, his fourth. That's what you wanted.
Yep.
That's what you wanted.
So here we go.
Now Shumpert, 2 huge free throws with 22.6 remaining. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He's got 5 points. Shumpert, first free throw up and falls.
That was a big free throw. Now, what the Cadets have to realize, if this second one falls, they need to man up immediately. They need to communicate that now. If it doesn't, you need to get men in the paint to either foul or get that rebound and get a putback.
Shumpert, second free throw. Up and good. He drains both.
Start talking.
Huge, huge free throws from Shumpert. Love will check back in for defensive purposes. Catchings has 4 fouls. They want him off the floor on this defensive turn. Mitchell will inbound. Pressure D from CBC. Inbounded to Burks. They'll foul him immediately, and Josh Nunn fouls out of this game. That's his 5th.
And based on history, that's the last guy you wanted to foul.
Burks will go to the line now. He's 5 for 6 from the free throw line. He's scored 30 points here tonight for St. Mary's. CBC going to make them wait a little bit. You get about, I think, 30 seconds, 20 or 30 seconds to decide who you want to bring in after someone fouls out. And they're going to make Burks think about it while they decide who to bring in. The choice is Ari Jackson. He's in the game now. And now Burks will attempt his free throws. What a big night for this young man. First free throw is good. Catchings will check in for Wallace. 77-72, 21.4 to play. Burke's second free throw. Up and off the back iron, no good. Pulled down by Love. Here comes Love the other way. Love to Catchings. Catchings to Shumpert. Back to Love to the corner. Ari Jackson for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Collins. And Catchings will foul him. Ooh. And Catchings will foul out of this game.
Looked like a jump ball from up here, but.
So that's Catchings' fifth. Collins will go to the line with a 5-point lead and 8 seconds remaining. He'll put the nail in the coffin here if he can make both of these free throws. Collins with a big night offensively. 17 points. He misses that free throw. 8 seconds remain. It's a 5-point lead for St. Marys. Free throw is good. Inbound quickly. Here comes Orff. He's going to look to fire a three. He does from the right wing, and he misses. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it goes over to St. Marys with 0.7 remaining, and that's going to be the ball game.
Yep.
Coaches are
coaches are already
over there.
shaking hands, but
Coach Tatum is yelling at the officials, or at least having a conversation. I shouldn't say yelling, having a conversation with the officials over there.
Telling them it's over.
As he hugged Kelvin Lee, and that's the final score. St. Marys pulls out the victory over CBC. The final score, 78-72. What a great game. A great home opener in terms of action, Jim Platt. It was action-packed. Lead changes, runs, a lot of athleticism, but as you've noted throughout the broadcast, a lot of mistakes.
A lot of mistakes from both sides. I shouldn't just single out either side, but both sides made a lot of mistakes, and that comes with youth that we see all the time in this game, but it also comes from playing such a fast game. You're playing such a high-potent offense, high tempo. You're running, and sometimes those miscues are going to happen. The point is not to let it bother you and get in your head and move past it. I think we're going to see, it's early in the season, we're going to see a lot of growth from both teams over the remainder of this season. They're young, it's early, we've got time. So great effort by both teams tonight, and congratulations to the Dragons on pulling out the win.
For CBC, Cale Catchings with 10 points, 14 from Josh Nunn, and 12 from Sam Orff, 12 from Jai Love. So the point scoring was evenly spread for CBC here tonight. They don't have the number one Jordan Barnett, Jordan Barnes type of go-to scorer, but they do have a lot of guys who can fill up the hoop, who can fill up the basket, who can go to the line, and who can play some defense. It's just a matter of growing a little bit.
Definitely guys that put the team in basketball team. They're a team of players, and they need to learn how to gel and work together as that unit. So it'll be great to watch as the season progresses.
And for Antonio Burks, he had a huge night, 31 points for St. Marys, leading the Dragons to the victory. Once again, the final score from DC Wilcutt Gymnasium. St. Marys knocks off CBC 78-72. For Jim Platt, for Randy Gardner, for all the students.
That's right. Charlie Hines, Tristan Bear, our cameraman and sound guys for the night,
who helped make it happen for us. We thank them as well here on the Cadet Student Network. And so long from the Tim Kylo broadcast booth. Until tomorrow, hockey on the air here on CBC, here on the Cadet Student Network.
Actually, that one's been rescheduled.
Oh, it has?
It has been
so
rescheduled.
No hockey tomorrow night. Well, until next time, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast, everyone. So long.